going live a little bit early. Hello, if you're here early, testing Facebook, making sure we're showing up there. Oh, I think we are connected. Lo and behold, let me see. Go live. Manually started now. Just want to make sure. Oh, it's been such hit and miss. I think it's working. Let's see. So I'm just gonna wait till 12 o'clock to officially start so our friends that are expecting it to start at 12 o'clock, they don't feel like they're missing out. But oh my god, I think it's working. Exciting. Let me just go to the EPP Society and double check. I see a whole bunch of you here already. Yay! If you can hear me okay too, let me know in the comments. A little bit of thumbs up helps traffic so people know that we are live. Thank you, thank you. Let me jump into the EPP Society. Oh, I see it. I'm gonna pin myself. I'm here. Let's see here. I pin my post. And let me tag everybody. We are live. Oh my god. Wait, now my keyboard doesn't work. There we go. We are live. Just hopped on a few minutes early just to make sure the tech is working. Let's see. Like my own post. Dang it. There we go. Oh, I'm so excited. The Facebook gods are with us today. Yay! Let's see. Oh, Nancy, the Facebook notifications came on. Yeah, I don't get those notifications, so I never know, like, is it working? Hello? Knock, 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 knock. Anybody there? Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, the delay isn't that bad either. I'm quite pleased, I will tell you. Let's see here. Let's see, let's see. So exciting. We have a minute left and then we can officially start. Salsa, you made it! Woohoo! Let's see. Let me scroll up. It's muggy. Is it sticky humid, Nancy? In New York? Let's see. It's been over 100 here for a few days, and I think they said up until Sunday we're having over 100 degrees. So it's like 40-ish something Celsius, right? It's nuts. Let's see here. Oh, this is so exciting. Are we 12 o'clock? Yes, we are 12. We are live. We're here for Tuesday live at 12 o'clock Pacific, 3 o'clock Eastern, and 8 p.m. GMT or British time if you are in Europe. So we're going to go ahead and kick it off with everybody's hello. So please share where you're joining us from. We have Nancy's joining us from New York. I hopped on a few minutes early just to make sure that everything was connecting because, if you've been here for a little bit, Facebook's been acting a little like a little brat. So, but today it's working. Yes. So I named Facebook he. When someone's bratty, it's a he. And Lori's here. Hello, Lori from Pittsburgh. And we have Katrine's joining us. And Cynthia's joining us from Minnesota. And Daniela's from Iowa. Hello. And Shelly from Central Indiana. Weather here is absolute perfection. Oh my god, 78 degrees. That is just perfect. That's like dreamy weather. Yes, I absolutely agree. And Kim's joining us today. Deborah, you made it! Yay! So glad you're here. And Julie's joining us from South Louisiana. And let's see, Sasa's joining us. And Rodney Ann, hello. Let's see here. Kim says, hear you fine. Very good. Sounds good. Love that. Susan's joining us. Oh, and happy belated Canada Day to all our Canadian friends. And I'm looking forward to what's just in 2 days. It's 4th of July here in the US. So it's going to be lots of celebrations and fun. Let's see here. Da-da. Oh, and Mette joining us from Denmark. Hey, hey. Let's see. Da-da. Kathy is joining us from Iowa. Just giving everybody a few minutes to hop on the live with us. I know Facebook is sending out bling, 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 little notifications to everybody that we are live. So that helps. And let's see. Do I see any comments on? Yes, I do see comments. See, hello, Kathleen from Oregon. And you don't see comments from Facebook on the YouTube stream here. Everyone on the live YouTube stream, they can comment with each other and participate in the conversation. So I'll share the comments that we're getting in from Facebook. So we have Kathleen's joining us from Sun River, Oregon. And we have Patricia from Alberton, South Africa. Wow, what time is it there, Patricia? And we have Brittany joining us from Cincinnati, Ohio. Hello, hello, love it. Okay, and then we have who's here from oh, Donna Delaney is from New Jersey. Beautiful day. Oh, Cynthia, you got a Facebook notification. Oh, yay! Something's working, and I'm just excited it's working. Let's see. Oh, Sasa got Facebook notification too. Well, hot thing. Something's working. Janet, hello from Pahrump, Nevada. Hot, hot, hot here. Thank you for filling my order so quickly. And happy belated birthday to you, Janet. It was Janet's birthday yesterday. Let's see. I hope you got lots of cake, Janet. Let's see here. Da, da, da. And Cynthia says, cool, damp, and overcast here in central Minnesota. Wow. And Julie, oh my God, you got the Facebook notification too? I was experimenting like 3 times this morning. Something didn't work. I was like, oh, I'm going to throw this computer out the door. But then, like last time, and the final try, I was like, okay, I'm just going to leave it on. So I've been leaving my computer on to go live as if I was going to go live in the next minute or so. And for some reason, that works. So we found a little workaround. Oh my God, Nancy, thank you so much. Iced teas for Elise. Iced tea, iced coffee. Oh my God, I had iced coffee from Starbucks the other day, and well, my husband and I, we went, and it was like caffeine jolt up. Just charge us up in this heat. So thank you so much, Nancy. Let's see. Oh, Anne's joining us. Hi, Elise and EPP ladies from Connecticut with 82 degrees. Oh, that's glorious too. I love it, love it. Let's see here. And Chantal's joining us from Quebec. Oh, it's triple digits and with a heat index of 114. Ooh, that is toasty hot. To share Salsa's comment. She's on YouTube or for our Facebook friends here. Oh, it's 9 o'clock in the evening. Wow, Patricia, love that. Wow. So excited that you're joining us in your evening. Thank you. And Salsa says, someone asked me, oh, wait, I missed that. Someone asked me if we celebrate the 4th of July in the UK. Wait, why would someone ask you if you celebrate 4th of July in the UK? That does not make any sense. But that is funny. Who knows? You know, it looks like all the countries are picking up on all the American holidays anyway, so why not include 4th of July in there too? Let's see here. Da-da-da-da. Let's see. Oh, and belated birthday wishes to Janet from Salsa, and Suzanne's joining us. And let's see here. Facebook friends, I see Denise is joining us. Hello. And Karen says, I made it on time and I'm in Folsom, California. Oh, you're in the same state as me. Let's see, it is going to be over 100 all week long. I'm talking about 105 to 110. Too hot. Thank goodness for air conditioning. Yes, I'll be fried by now. I could not agree more anymore with you, Karen. It is too hot to go outside. Let's see. Oh, Laura's joining us. Laura, I feel like I haven't seen you for a while. Bit chilly here today at 10 degrees Celsius. Oh, that is cold. That is really cold in Ireland. I'll be freezing my butt off. Ew. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. So I know, so I scrolled through the little post where I asked which size Lucy Boston were you thinking of making, which block size, template size, and it looks like majority were. I was surprised. I thought people would like wear off the standard 1 inch, but I think most people were doing the 1 inch. And then we got some. Wait, where'd it go? I had saved the post so I could see. And of course, it is hiding from me now? Well, at least we're live in Facebook, so I'm gonna take my wins. So it looks like we're all scattered between the 1 inch, 1 1/4, 1 1/2, 1 3/4, and the 2 inch templates. I know Katrine's cut out her 2 inch templates, and I got my 2 inch here too. And just for size comparison's sake, I'm gonna share what the 1 inch look like next to the 2 inch. Ta-da! Looks like a little baby, doesn't it? So baby uh, honeycomb versus the big honeycomb here. So this is the 2 inch honeycomb, and this is the 1 inch. And when we say the size on a honeycomb, it should have, well, unless it's a uneven, or it's a what is it called, Sasa? It's not a standard honeycomb, then the sides might be different. But for a traditional standard honeycomb, we want all our sides to be equal. So my 2 inch honeycomb here, all the sides are 2 inches, 2 inches, 2 inches, 2 inches, 2 inches, all the way across. And same for the 1 inch honeycomb here. All the sides are 1 inch. Okay, and the angle on a honeycomb versus a squished hexagon that might come in random squishiness depending on how thin or how much it's been squished together, or if it's a little bit chunkier. The honeycomb should always have 90-degree angles right here. Let me point with the pencil. Honeycomb always has 90-degree angle. So you know it's a honeycomb if it has equal sides. Oop. And the angles here are 90 degrees, 90 degrees, and 90 degrees. That way you know you're working with a honeycomb. Let's see see any questions at all. Da, da, da. Rhonda is joining us. Hello. And Maryland. And Pierrette. You made it. Hello from Ottawa. I hope that's how you pronounce your name. That's so pretty. Let's see. Let me see. Let's see. Stop me if you have any questions at all. I'm just scrolling the comments, and we scroll the comments here inside Facebook too. So if you see me flipping back and forth, I'm reading YouTube and Facebook. Let's see here. Looks like everybody's good there. Love it. Well, I can actually see all the comments here. Oh, love it. All right. Let's see. Okay. So yeah, if you have any questions, just stop me, and I'll keep on peeking over at the comments here. See if there are any questions. So I'm gonna be making with 2 inch. I know Katrine's making 2 inch, and lots of you are making it with the 1 inch, which is really nice too, right? I wanted to use the 2 inch so I could start cutting into my fabrics that have slightly bigger prints that wouldn't really show on the 1 inch, right? Because it's so small. So I'm gonna be cutting into my stash of larger prints, but you definitely have options which way you wanna go. You don't need to fussy cut, you don't have to, but it's fun if you want to, okay? Let's see, questions. If you have questions, just stop me. And I would actually love to know in the comments too, which size are you making for those of you that are here with me? I would love to know. Okay. So I will give you folks a chance to answer. And Shelly says, those 2 inch templates are huge. Yes, I like it. It's like, and then the 1 inch looks so tiny next to it, right? But yeah, you get totally different effects with these. So those I think, yeah, that'll be really fun. So I know Katrine shared her fabric poll inside the Facebook group. Katrine is here. And you might have seen the post inside the EPP Society. I would love for you to share your fabric polls as well, because it's always so inspiring. And is Lucy here today? Lucy says she got new fabric, and she didn't share what she got. And I can't wait to see what the fabric is that she ordered. Let's see here. And Julie says, love the 2 inch. I just did 2 inch in flowers. Love those. Oh, so pretty. And Susan's doing the 1 inch. Awesome. Love it. Let's see. And Patricia on Facebook is doing the 1 inch. Love it. And Anne's doing the 1 inch. Awesome. I wish I could share the comments on screen that are coming from Facebook too, but Facebook stopped that fun. Let's see here. Oh, and Sasa says, I wonder what the 1/2 inch would look like. Oh, tiny, tiny, tiny. Yes, very tiny. So you'd be like, oh yeah. So you're looking at the 2 inch here, 1 inch, and the half inch will be really really small, as well as the quarter inch is super small. But I would love to see for someone to do with the little tiny tiny pieces. That'll be super fun too. I know we have some like miniature aficionados in the group, so maybe one of them will start it. Sasa, no pressure. All right. So I know lots of pieces. The basic ones that I shared is that all you really need are the honeycombs and squares to make the Lucy Boston, right? The other irregular pieces, they're nice to have, but you don't need them. I know all the folks in the EPP club got them back in March. Let's see. So I have some square templates here. Let me grab big one. So I have my 2 inch squares, and these are from. Here we go. Oh, I have one without the hole punch, and these are the 1 inch squares. So it's 1 inches all the way around. Let me actually switch the camera so you can see overhead. Let me go. There we go. And I got my coloring page here ready, so I can show you. So here's your comparison for the 2 inch. Let me move my head. There we go. Got the 2 inch and the 1 inch as size comparison. Zoomy zoom. Let's focus. Hope it's focused for you. And let's see. Janet says 1 inch until after the EPP garden, then a 2 inch. Oh my gosh. I can't wait to see. Love it. Oh, we got some more folks on Facebook. Kathleen's probably 1.5 inch, so I can use the bigger prints, but the pieces aren't too big. Yes, that's a good choice too. And we have Diane from Washington is doing 1.5 inch. Love it. And Joanna's here from Pittsburgh. Hello. So glad you're here. Okay. So I got a coloring page. This is actually we did the Lucy Boston in the EPP club as the block of the month. It was just available as templates. We didn't do a sew along or anything. So they got coloring pages. Let me know in the comments if this would help you with your layout too. Do my coloring sheets look like half inch? Sasa? Yeah, you got the SVGs and the, yeah, you should have all the size templates. So yeah, the coloring sheets, let me look at them. They might be. They're just, yeah, much smaller version. Let's see here. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna do this one so everyone can follow along easy. So I got the coloring page here. So to start off with, I'm a glue baster, so I like to use just regular good old school glue like this, washable school glue. Let me make sure the camera's focusing. There we go. Oops. It's nothing fancy, but if you prefer a narrower glue barrel, then one of these glue pens, they might be something that you want to opt for. And these you get, the Fountain Porter are available at Joann's if you're in the US. The Soul line I've only seen in quilt shops and online, but they all use the same refill. So whichever actual like pen, the what do you call this? The outer shell that you get, the refills work with any of them, so you're fine. I tend to use my school glue stick a lot, so I don't mind just buying heaps of those when they're on sale on Amazon. You know, back to school is like right around the corner, so a good time to stock up. So I'm just gonna start with some coloring pages just so you can see. So we're taking it a little slower. So let me know if you want me to like speed up. I just want to make sure all our new friends that are new to EPP, in the EPP society, they can keep up with us as well. So plus it's summer, right? Just gonna take it a little easy, have fun, relax, and EPP. So I picked some colors here. You might have seen some of the listing photos on Etsy and on my shop on my website has these colorways like these, like those. Those are just samples I provided for the EPP club members, so they could just get inspired and see where all the pieces and bits are going. But basically, we're just gonna go ahead and start off with the center pieces here. So I think that's doable for next week. Yes. And for the center pieces, you need 24 honeycombs for this all the center here. All right, make sure point with something. So for we're just focusing on these pieces right here in the center that are all colored and surrounded by the white honeycombs. So those are 24 honeycombs in total that you'll need to have basted by next week. So I'm gonna show you where mine are here. So I chose the same colorway as I have on the coloring page just so that it'll be easier to see. There we go. So I started with the light colors. If you purchase like a fat quarter pack of fabrics or something that has all the different colorways already in there, that's a good way to start if you're not sure which colors to use. And then, which one did I do? Orange, right here. I did the orange. Let me fill that in. So I said 24 honeycombs is what you're gonna start basting and have ready for next week, like that. And I used about 6 colors in my samples to play with, and that's including the pathway of the honeycombs that are completely white. That just makes your whole block pop a little bit. And then what I did was I got these right here. And I think a monochromatic one would be super fun too to make. So you definitely have options, lots of choices. And remember, there's no rule, there's no wrong way. You get to pick the colors that you love and play with them. So no quilt police here. And no color police either. Even if the colors clash, whatever. If you love it, that's all that matters. And then we have, is this poppy red? I think this is the one I wanted. And this one's gonna go here. And I think that's why it's so fun to work with just a fat quarter bundle, layer cake, or something that has all the colors in a collection. And that way you can just mix and match if you're not comfortable freehand choosing your fabrics. And it's a great way to start off playing with prints and colors and scale. All right, so these are the 24 honeycombs. We're gonna have pick your fabrics and have them basted for next week. So let me show you the basting process. This coloring was kind of fun. I kind of wanted to do one in like red, white, and blue, like American colors, American flag colors too, right? Maybe you should do that too, Zaza. Let's see here. So let me grab just a scrappy piece of fabric. Let me stop, see if any the comments. Okay, so Denise says coloring sheet will be great. That sounds good. Okay, Diane Hill, coloring sheet will be help for sure. Okay, I heard you. Let's see. Let me see if I can load it up on my website so you guys could grab it, and I'll post it in the Facebook group when it's available after the live. Let's see here. Brenda's joining from Kentucky. Hello. Susan said, while I'm waiting for fabric, maybe I'll start cutting my papers. Yes, love that. Let's see. Nancy says, Tiny would drive me crazy. I take my glasses off to stitch my pieces together. I'm nearsighted. Oh my god, Nancy, I feel your pain. It's like it has to be like this right distance. So I'm like this half the time. And I wish my glasses would just like move on their own to adjust. That would be heaven. Shelly says coloring pages would be helpful. I'm having trouble picking fabrics for these blocks. Okay, so if this coloring page helps, looks like a lot of folks are saying the coloring page would help. Good. So I'll get it loaded up on my website for you. Let's see. And Anne says yes, I would love a copy of the coloring page. Let's see here. Oh, and Quilty Nana asks, is there a way of purchasing just the edges? I already have the honeycombs and square. Oh, well, I did think about just putting up the edge pieces, but I didn't know if people would want it just that way. But thank you for letting me know. I can definitely split it up And I'll post in the EPP Society when it's available for you. And Kultinana, you can always also go to my website, and there's a little green heart in the bottom right corner, and just message me so I don't forget, and I'll let you know when it's available too. And let's see. Ooh, and Katrine printed the color page in black and white and used it as a gray color value for my big print. Oh, that's very smart, Katrine. I love that. Very smart, very smart. Uh, oh, and Zaza says, very focused, Nancy, as I used to do the same. Oh, do they really help that much? Because I heard some people say that it's hit or miss, like you'll get a little bit dizzy from it. But those are the ones that don't have the line here, right? So I don't look like my great grandmother. Because like those glasses where you see the line, it just makes you look older. I don't want to look like I'm that old. Let's see. Oh, Nancy does have varifocals. Very lux trifocals. Well, okay, now that's even fancier sounding. So I'm gonna have to like look into this. I'm intrigued. All right. So I don't see any questions. Let's go on to basting. So I'm gonna do with my big honking 2-inch honeycomb here. If you have the acrylic templates, now is a good time to start laying out your acrylic templates and squeeze out as much as possible of your fabric, unless you're fussy cutting, then that's a whole different issue. So I'm just gonna take my good old school glue here. I'll put a little bit on the back. And I know lots of folks had mishaps, not a lot, but some folks that are new to EPP putting too much glue. So do as I say, not as I do. So I put extra just so that you can see her on camera. You don't need to put this much glue. You all really need to put a little bit like that, but you can barely see it on camera, right? So that's the only reason I globbing it on here, just so you can see. So just put glue lightly, sparingly. You don't need to use a whole lot. And the more you do it, the more comfortable you'll get with like adjusting the pressure for how much glue you actually need. So I'm just gonna put that down. And what you can do if you want to, if you don't want to eyeball it, then you can definitely take a little ruler. This is my favorite one. I broke it, but I'm still gonna use it because that's my favorite. So I'm gonna add, I usually prefer a 1/4 inch seam allowance. So I'll trace that around. But lots of people love a 3/8 of an inch seam allowance, and that is totally okay depending on what the preference is that you like. So for bigger pieces like this, we might actually be better off doing 3/8. Who knows? I might regret doing a 1/4 inch. Let me just draw 3/8 on this side so you can see the difference in the amount of seam allowance that you can work with. I would not go up to 1/2 inch. That's a little too bulky. So 1/4 inch or 3/8 inch. And the majority of acrylic templates too, they come in either 1/4 or 3/8 of an inch. So this is what you see. So here we have a 1/4 inch seam allowance on the bottom here. And here I drew with the 3/8 of an inch seam allowance. So you can see the difference. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut it out. I like 1/4 inch, so I'm going to cut on the 1/4 inch line. And I'll just keep the 3/8 here so you can see both. And if you're doing like the smaller pieces, like the 1/2 inch or 1/4 inch, then you're definitely gonna need to trim your seam allowance down to like 1/8 of an inch or even a scant 1/8 of an inch. Let's see here. Wonderful. I didn't cut my fingertip off. That's a good thing. Let's see. There we go. And then I just take my glue. Trick is don't glue flat side like that, like so. See how wide it is? You always want to tip your glue stick a little bit on an angle, kind of like when you put on lipstick. Angle it a little bit. Zoop. There we go. Angle it a little bit. Don't glue it flat down. Angle, put it at an angle, maybe it's about 40-45 degrees. And then we stay away from the edge. Do not do this. We do not want to do that. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. This is when we cry afterwards because yeah, it's just hard. You want to stay away from the edge and just glue right along the edge. Yeah, granted, sometimes you're gonna have a little mishap and it's gonna go a little too close to the edge of the paper. That's totally okay. So you see how much glue I put, and you put a little extra so you can see where it goes. Do not go all the way to the edge. Make sure you see a sliver of paper that has no glue on the edge there, and then come up. You don't want to do this where it's like glue all over. So I'm gonna let this dry a little bit before I come back to it. Let's see. This is what you do when you demo. So I want to be using this fabric. So I can go ahead and glue it up together like that. And the good thing with honeycombs is that they have no tails. So you don't have to worry about tails sticking out. So you can just go around in a circle. And glue on the fabric too. So your seam allowance stays down like so, like that. And you do not need to put this much glue, as I said. It's just for you to see it on camera when I'm doing it. Let's see. Let me go around. And notice how I put glue all the way down to the fabric too. And that's just so that when we bend it over here, fold it over the paper, it holds the seam allowance down there on the corner as well. And then we just come around. Ta-da, like that. And now you see the difference between 1/4 inch and this side is 3/8 of an inch seam allowance. So whatever your preference is, pick that and go with one. Don't mix it up like I did here. Lots of folks like 3/8 for bigger pieces like this one, and a 1/4 inch for smaller pieces like the 1 inch or smaller templates. So it's definitely your choice. Okay. Let's see here, and let's see. Did I miss any questions? Uh, let's see here. Okay, just for up close. Sue says, so much great info. Thank you. Awesome. Let me check on Facebook. I don't want to leave our other friends here on the other end. Let's see here. Okay, I don't see any questions. Love it. So everyone's doing okay. Have you picked, will you be cutting with 1/4 inch seam allowance or 3/8 of an inch seam allowance? Let me know. Let's see here. Nancy, 3/8 of an inch seam allowance has a bit more leeway. And Cynthia likes 3/8. Yes, pick your favorites. There's no wrong way. Just don't mix the two seam allowances. And if you're a wild child, you can go ahead and just eyeball it too. So you don't need to draw it out. Like I could do this for smaller pieces. When you are fussy cutting though, you probably want to take a little more care when you're cutting. Like that. And you could definitely just eyeball it as well, like this. Let's do eyeball 3/8 of an inch seam allowance on this one. It's gonna be a little uneven. And we cut that. Oops. And little tails we trim off like that. So you could definitely just eyeball it too. So you don't need to draw it out or anything like that. Let's see. Da-da-da. And Katrine does 3/8 of an inch seam allowance, and Lori does 1/4 inch. Lori, you and I were in the same camp, 1/4 inch camp. Woohoo! Cynthia, fabric choices are hard. So many beautiful fabrics. Yes, I know, right? I think that's the hardest choice always. And Cynthia says 3/8 for thread basting, but 1/4 for glue basting. Oh, so you like to mix it up. I love that. That's really good. And 1/4 inch for Anne. All right. Let's see. Barbara's just joining us. Hello. I'm a bit late getting on. I like 1/4 inch. Yeah. So see, if you're new here, see how everyone has a preference whether they like 1/4 inch or 3/8. There's no wrong way. Okay. So try both if you're not sure because you're new to EPP and you might be like, oh, I think yeah I prefer 1/4 inch for my smaller, but I'll go up to 3/8 for larger pieces. That's a great choice too. See, yeah, just like Sasa says here, I always did 1/4 inch, but on big shapes, I do 3/8 now. Yeah, so it's something that comes with a little bit of experience too. So don't be afraid to start off with one seam allowance and just experiment. And that way you'll find out if, oh, I cannot want it with a bigger seam allowance or a smaller seam allowance. That's, I think experimenting and trying out is the only way you'll really find out which way you prefer, right? Okay, so super easy to base the honeycombs, no tails. So we love this shape. It's all tucked in nicely underneath the template itself. What you want to look out for is here in the corners. Don't have the, make sure that you fold in the seam allowance too. Let me show you what we don't want. You want to make sure your fabric is flush here in the corner. You don't want this like a little bit sideways like that. So it looks like this. We don't want this look. No tails on honeycombs, okay? Oh, why is my camera like the zoom is not working? There we go. So we don't want tails on honeycombs. No tails should be showing. So if it's showing, then you based it a little bit crooked. And so you want to make sure you come back to your corner and tuck in your seam allowance there so it's nice and flush. And come back here and baste it down. Oh, that glue dried. Let's put a little bit more. And make sure I'm showing here. And now see how it's flush. No tails sticking out. Okay? Let's see. And Nancy does 1/4 inch for smaller shapes. And Rhonda does 1/4 inch. About me move up to 3/8 seamless with larger templates for this project. Yeah, it's always good to have a little extra wiggle room when you're working with bigger pieces. Definitely love that. See if anything from our Facebook friends. Looks like everyone's good. Yay! All right. Any questions about the basting? How many pieces we're basting for next week? So you, number one, you want to pick your fabrics, and then I'll make sure I load this up on my website so you can go and sign up and get a download for it, and then you can start playing with your colors. And we're doing these 24 pieces, have them basted by next week. And if you're one of our more experienced EPPers, you might, you very well might want to go ahead and get started sewing them together too. We won't hold you back from doing that. But for if you're new to EPP, your homework will just be to pick your fabrics. Start with your coloring pages too if you have a hard time choosing fabrics. And then have 24 honeycombs basted. Let me get my little chart here. Where's my cheat sheet? Cheat sheets are my best friend. Let's see, where are you? Hello. Let me move my keyboard. Let's see. I told you 24 honeycombs. Yes. Yes, 24 honeycombs for next week. So we're breaking this whole block up into pieces so we can work on it in chunks, okay? So 24 basted for next week. And if you're experienced EPP already at EPP, you're welcome to start sewing them together. But if you're just starting EPP with me and you want to do it together, all you have to do is have these basted. One reason it's good to just baste them is that you can actually start playing with the placement. See how I could very well switch these colors around and they would still look good. Just like I can show you with this 1-inch sample, just so you can have a little more, let's see, a little more inspiration for what you can do. So these are just 3 fabrics. So we got the solid. These are the same fabric and 1 coordinating fabric here, right? And they all happen, except for the solid, they're both from the same collection. I think it was, I told you it was Pat Bravo, right? Yes, Pat Bravo it was. It's one of Pat Bravo's collections from Art Gallery Fabrics. And if you notice, I fussy cut all these so they look like this if I lift them up. Same fabric, but I fussy cut them in different ways, right? So that's the fun effect if you can get if you want to play around with fussy cutting. But if you're new to EPP, don't stress too much about it. Just get started with a solid or smaller, finer prints that you can just mix and match. And you don't really have to focus on where you're placing each of the templates. So these are all fussy cut. And see, I could switch these the other way. So having these 24 templates is fun, so you can start playing with them in different ways. and flipping them inside and out. Let me flip this one. So we get totally different look. Yeah. And I can flip these too. So a lot of times I'll just start playing with the fabrics in a block before I even start sewing them together. Cause sometimes you're just gonna let it marinate a little bit and see like, do I like this or could I try something different, right? Hence why this block has not been sewn together in many, many years because I keep on playing with it. And I might just even want to switch out these salmon looking colored honeycombs, right? And maybe I want something dark green that's in between here, like that instead. So to make it pop more, I don't know. So I can't decide. So I keep on playing with this, but there's lots of different opportunities for you to start flipping a block around and make it look really different if you're fussy cutting. So if you're new, don't worry about fussy cutting because that takes a little bit of time and a little extra skill. But if you're ready to jump into it, be my guest too. So I'm not gonna stop anyone. But if you just want to go along at this comfortable pace and sew along with us, then don't worry about fussy cutting and just choose prints like this one. See how it's not fussy cuts, right? It just placed on the fabric and cut. They none of them look the same. So it's just a scattered print. And I love floral prints, so I'm gonna mix in floral prints with some bigger prints that I can fit into these 2-inch honeycombs. Ta-da! And like this one takes up like a whole chunk of the 1-inch ones here. Oh my god, it's gonna be so big. Ah! I can't wait. Woo! Let's see. So do we have any questions? And Laura says, I love the fuzzy cutting in the middle. Yes, so fun. And Nancy says, no tails allowed unless it's cocktails. Nancy, I never heard that one, but I love it. I love it. Let's see here. Let's see. Facebook. Everyone's okay on Facebook. I'm not forgetting y'all. I see you. You see you there. You're welcome to put any questions in the comments, and I keep on checking them too. Let's see here. All right. Let's see. And if you do want to fuzzy cut, the acrylic templates definitely come in handy because you really want something clear that you can see through to place your template and trace it so all your fabric pieces will match up, right? And we got the acrylic templates for all the sizes in 1/4 inch and 3/8 of an inch seam allowance. And if you don't want to do acrylic templates, there's a template plastic that most craft or hobby stores have. It just looks like this. And when you cut a template, let's see, it's like this one. You can just cut. So I'll just make a quick sample like this before I actually cut it on my laser cutter for the acrylic templates, which is nice when you just want to experiment with different shapes and make samples. So this template plastic is super useful and you can still see through, which is nice. So you can trace it using template plastic as well. And I think who was it that used was it the clear cutting board? I think was it Lucy? Sasa, do you remember? So you could use the clear plastic, like those really thin flimsy cutting boards that they sell in the stores, like at the dollar stores or 99-cent stores. So you can just grab one of those if it's hard for you to find this template plastic. But yeah, these come in like packs of 3 or 5, and they're big sheets, big sheets. So you get lots of different templates that you can cut from these. Let's see here. Let's see. Oh, Nancy just made up no tails allowed unless it's cocktails. Bravo. Let's see. Susan, your website coloring page. Susan, you have it inside the EPP club. You got all the pages. And Cynthia says, I love acrylic template for exact pieces and fast cutting. Yeah, I love acrylic templates. Especially because I like to buy lots of especially when I do buy like Liberty fabric. That's expensive, right? You don't want to waste any of it. So then squeezing in all the shapes I can with an acrylic template to make so I get the most use out of the fabric. That's what I love. It's a good investment. And Diane from Facebook asked, new to Lucy Boston, how many different fabrics are used? I used 6 colorways, but as you can see on the sample here, Diane, it's just 3 fabrics. So these are the same fabric, the center and the outside, and then I used some solid colors in between and this lighter print here. So it's definitely up to you. I'm gonna load the I'll upload the coloring pages to my website so you can sign up and get a download of it. This, if you missed it, this is the coloring page I was working on, and this is the one block with all the edges that we'll be working on, and you'll have that choice. And you can decide, do I want more colors? Do I want less colors? The ones I did with the coloring here includes a total of 6 colors. So it really depends. There's no wrong or right way. Let's see here. And so Diane says commonly. I mean, I know there are variables. Oh yeah. So this sample I use 6 colors, and this one is just 3 fabrics. Yes, yay! Let's see, did I miss anything here on YouTube while I was reading Facebook? And Zaza says, I think it was Lucy that says dollar store cutting mats. The kids' plastic placemats also work, but they are often colored plastic. Whoops. Whereas you can see through the template plastic. Yeah, you want to make sure any type of thin plastic sheet, as long as it's see-through and you can use it to trace, you're good to go. Let's see. At the dollar store. So I'm gonna guess that the dollar store is a typo for dollar store, Susan. Yes, I do that all the time too. Cynthia said, anyone use a light box for cutting? You definitely could if you're fussy cutting to get like that exact placement. But I've never used a light box for cutting. But it makes sense that it could be really helpful. Yeah. Oh yes, and Salsa just mentioned it's great for darker fabrics. That's good to know. Yeah. Nancy says yes. Light box works for fussy cutting. Ooh, Cynthia just got a light box. I would like to see a demo using it for fuzzy cutting. Oh, that would be fun. Yeah, I've never used a light box for fuzzy cutting. Have I? I can't remember. I actually threw away one light box that I had since like high school. I know, don't laugh at me. It still works. I was like, do I throw it away or do I keep it? But it was an antique, like ancient thing, right? So it's like super thick, right? Nowadays your light boxes are like super thin. They're like little thicker, like what, quarter, half an inch. So yeah, it was time for it to go. But wait, does this give you an excuse to buy a light box? Any excuse to buy a new toy. I love it. Thank you, Cynthia, for the idea. Let's see. And Salsa says, I won't be fussy cutting any fabrics for a while. Oh yeah. Salsa's worked on the Queen of Diamonds, so she's been doing a lot of fuzzy cutting. So I hear you. Yeah, smaller prints, you don't really need to fuzzy cut. Let's see here. All right, so my homework will be to get this coloring page up and ready for you to be able to sign up and download. And then 24. Remember 24 honeycombs? That's all you need to have basted for next week. And I would love to see everyone's fabric choices in the group. And let's see here. Let's see. Oh, and Salsa says, my light box has a clear cutting mat. That means you don't have to move anything. Oh, so you can cut on the light box itself. Oh, that's even better. Yes. Ah. Which brand did you get, Salsa? I know there's a couple of brands that have been popular. I just like heard it but didn't really pay attention when people were mentioning different brands, but I will definitely look into it. Oh, so Cynthia's Caterpillar light box has a cutting mat on it. Ooh, very nice. It's that one of those thin cutting the light boxes, Cynthia. You're giving me ideas. That'll be super fun. Let's see. And before we end too, I uploaded SVG template variations to my shop, and I put them in Etsy too, because some people like to just shop on Etsy, but they're a little different than what I've seen other people when they offer SVG templates. I actually used did the whole sheet of SVG templates for you. So all you need to do is download the page of templates that you want and upload it into your cutting machine software, and all the templates are laid out there for you. Just like I normally do just with PDF templates too, right? Let me see. Do I have one here? In my head it's like really clear, but you might have like, what is she talking about? She sounds like let's see, I have the sample here. Hold on. So for PDF templates, I usually lay out all the a full page of the templates in one size, and I went ahead and did that for the SVGs too. That's why it was taking me a little bit longer to upload it different way than what I've seen it done. Hold on, almost lost everything. Where on earth? Remind me not to clean. When I clean, I lose things. Hold on, let me see if I can show you one, what it looks like. I was like, I'm gonna be so prepared. Everything's ready to go. Maybe I put it over here. Hold on. Lord have mercy. I had it, but so basically it's a full page. I'll explain it. It's a full page. Let's see, it's 1 inch honeycombs. It'll be one full page for PDF download, so you can just print and cut with scissors. So I went ahead and did the full page for the SVGs too. So all you need to do is just load it into your cutting machine software and cut it, and you don't need to mess around with squeezing it like in different templates and trying to lay them out. You might want to rearrange them a little bit if you only want to cut a certain number of pieces. Yeah, let's see. Oh, so Sasa says, I can't remember what Caterpillar do them. You can't get Caterpillar here, but it looks the same. Oh, yeah, I know some brands are not available everywhere, right? And Cynthia says, great that you do an entire page of SVG. Thanks, you're welcome. And just make sure, I know some settings have changed for our Windows users. You used to be able to just download a zip file and it would open it for you. Now you need to right click and open a zip file because it's all these templates in a zip file, right? Don't try to load a zip file into your Cricut, Silhouette, or Scan and Cut software. Make sure you double click or right click on the zip file so all the files open as SVG files, and then import those into your cutting machine software. So that's one thing to look out for. We had a lot of people running into that snafu where the zip file wouldn't open automatically when it had previously. And then also, when you bring in the templates to your cutting machine software, make sure if anything is always moving as one, you right click to ungroup your pieces. So right now they're grouped together, so they'll move together and you don't shape one size the wrong shape by mistake, right? So just right click, ungroup, anytime you need to separate pieces, always right click, ungroup comes up in the menu. And also when you upload it, make sure, see this right here. I need to point this out. I included this 1 inch mark in the SVG templates too, just to make sure that you import it into your cutting machine software. Make sure that this little arrow here, the line is 1 inch. If you import it into your cutting machine software and this does not measure 1 inch, delete it completely and then re-upload and make sure that it says 1 inch. Otherwise, your templates will be the wrong size. So just a quick reminder for our cutting machine users. Whoa, hello! So Diane says, yay, more SVG templates, please. I conquered my Cricut. Huzzah! I love it. Yes, do not let your Cricut or cutting machine sit in a corner collecting dust. Okay, if you got it, now is a good excuse. bust out that cutting machine and let's start cutting some templates. All right. Let's see. And Sasa says, see, Sasa's an enabler. At least I'm sure someone else I follow on YouTube had a discount code for Caterpillar this week. I can check for you if you want. Yeah, they do really. Wait, they have sewing machine lights too? Well, I barely use my sewing machine, but a cutting mat, yes. I'm gonna write down Caterpillar. Let me just write that down really quick so I don't forget. Awesome. And any questions at all? Let's see here. Mm-hmm. Oh, Janine, I caught you at the very end. Yeah, the replay it'll be available right after the live ends. But I'm glad you made it, so we can say hello. Let's see here. Anything else? Oh, and Cynthia just did templates on her Cricut. Love it. Love that. Okay, so remember 24 honeycombs is all you need to have ready for next week. These, depending on what size you're making, they will look different. This is the 2-inch, this is the 1-inch. I haven't pasted it yet. So that's all you need to have ready for next week, and we're gonna sew this block together, okay? Next week. So, and if you are experienced EPPer and you like to work ahead, you're more than welcome to start sewing your pieces together. If you're new here, new to EPP, we'll go a little bit slower together, and we're gonna start sewing them together next week. So all you need to do, have them basted, and remember, there are no tails on the honeycomb, and the only tails we want are on cocktails. So it's super easy. Just make sure your corners here are basted in so they're flush and 90 degrees. That's all you need to look out for. Super easy. Da da da. Ta-da. Let's see. Oh, Rhonda, clear plastic. If you want to cut it, I know Sasa has some experience cutting the template plastic sheets on her Cricut. So you might want to reach out to Sasa. I know she has experience doing that. I've never tried cutting template plastic on a cutting machine, so I honestly don't know. And I think you have to go with few rounds, right, Sasa? Cut it. I think it depends on what blade you use as well, and the thickness of the template plastic. Let's see. Oh, Denise from Facebook. She says, "Wish I knew how to use a SVG files. Have a scan and cut, but barely know how to use it." Denise, if you have a scan and cut, you don't even need to use SVG files. Your scan and cut will literally scan your PDF and create the files for you to cut, or it'll cut the scan, right? That's how I understand it. So yeah, so you're even better off if you have the scan and cut. You can just have it feed the PDF into it, and then it should be able to cut it. That's how I understand it. Tell me if I'm wrong, my scan and cut friends. So that's the benefit of having a scan and cut. But I know who has a scan and cut in the EPP club. I need to ask. Oh, bye, Nancy. See you next week. Thank you so much. Let's see here. Let's see. Cynthia says, think I'm going to also try doing fabric cutting as well, but need to figure out adding 3/8 edge on fabric. Did I do a YouTube for you on how to add the seam allowance on Cricut? Are you on Cricut, Cynthia? If you're on Cricut, all you need to do is take the SVG file and do offset path to 3/8 of an inch. And that way you add the cut line for the fabric, but make sure you turn off the cut line for the paper. Otherwise, it'll cut the fabric as a window frame. Yeah. Yes, it's offset path, and then you can just add the seam allowance for the fabric cutting. Let's see here. Oh, I don't see anything here. All right. So I think we're good and ready to go. And don't forget to share in the Facebook group what you'll be, which size you'll be making and your fabric choices. And I'll work on getting the coloring page uploaded to my website. And I'm gonna go look at cutting mats, or I mean the light box cutting mats, because now an excuse to buy one. And I will see you all next week. Have a good day and have a good week, and I'll see you inside the EPP Society Facebook group. Don't forget, 24 honeycombs pasted, ready to go for next week. All right? Bye! And do I end on YouTube first or do I end on Facebook first? There's an order. I'm just going to go with one. Bye!